you feel like you're stomping down the street in concrete slabs instead of floating on clouds, we need to talk. Okay, I've been getting tons of comments on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram like, Kaylee, what are the best running shoes? Do I need carbon plates? Why do my feet hurt so bad? How do I make it feel like my feet aren't in jail every time I run? And guys, I got you covered. Let's break down how to find the perfect running shoe for you so you don't hate every mile. Look, the perfect running shoe is drastically different from person to person, and it varies. So there's not one perfect running shoe universally, but I'm going to tell you how to find your perfect shoe. Oh my god, this actually looks great. Alright, the perfect shoe does not exist. There are different shoes for different people, depending on your gait, your stride, your cadence, and the shape of your foot is going to differ. If your friend might swear by Hoka's, but if you put them on and feel like you're bouncing on marshmallows and not really going anywhere, not your shoe, boo. Shoes are like relationships. Sometimes you have to go on a few awkward dates before you find the one. Comfort is king. Fancy tech and carbon plates and all that is cool, but if your feet aren't comfortable, your runs are not going to be very productive. A good shoe should feel like a natural extension of your foot. It should feel natural, you know? It shouldn't feel like you're running with cinder blocks on your feet. If your shoes are uncomfortable, or if they don't match your stride, or if they don't have a good heel to toe, whatever this is for you, it's not your shoe. Find another one. My biggest tip here is to go to your local running goods store because they can do a gait analysis. They're the experts. So they can tell you what shoe you need for your foot type. For example, my feet have extremely high arches. I'm not going to show them on here because some people get weird about feet. But really high arches, so I need something that's a little bit more support. My brother, on the other hand, has super flat feet. Like, super flat feet. So the running store gods told him that he needs more stability shoes that are kind of a wider base. It really depends and varies from person to person. Another thing that it depends on is the type of run that you're doing. Know your needs. For shorter runs, you can get away with something a bit more cushiony and bouncy, but for longer runs, you might want more support and stability and, I guess, cushioning, unless you enjoy joint pain as a hobby. For speed work or the track, you can go with something a bit snappier and more narrow, or maybe even, I'm sorry, I'm so tired right now. Spikes. Maybe even spikes. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So it really depends on the type of run. If you're going to be doing a long run, you really want shoes that have good cushion. You don't want just flat, short shoes. You want that big cushioning. But if you're going to be doing speed workouts, go for something a little more cushioned. If you're just running a 5K, you probably don't need those $375 carbon-plated shoes. But if you're running a marathon, they might be worth the investment. Again, my biggest tip is to get gait checked. A lot of running shoe stores or sporting stores will have treadmills, and they can do a gait analysis, which just helps them kind of address your stability and the support type of shoe that you would need. That way you don't end up looking like a wobbly giraffe when you run. This is super helpful for me because when I first started running a few years ago, I did not know what I was doing or what shoe I needed. I was just going off of looks and aesthetics, but it is so much more than that. On that same note, a lot of running stores will let you try the shoes on and kind of try them out, like taking for a test drive, before you actually commit to them and buying them. If you run for 30 seconds in them and they're annoying the heck out of you, imagine running 3 miles. Probably not the best choice. So always test your shoes if you can, and I would recommend not ordering shoes online unless you've tried them and they're tried and true first. You know what I mean? Would you buy a house without seeing it in person first? I mean, some of you probably would, but be realistic. And no, you don't need the most expensive, crazy, over-the-top shoe to be a runner. You don't need the shoe that every single running influencer is using. You don't. Find what works for you and do that, because everyone is so individual and it really varies from person to person. So, to recap, gait analysis, the experts, okay? Test the shoes, find what works for you, do a little bit of research. What are your runs for? If you're doing mostly trail running, get a trail shoe. You're doing mostly road running, don't run on roads in trail shoes, guys. Horrible for your joints because they're not very supportive and cushioning. Know what you're running, know why you're running, and know what your feet need. Test some shoes out, figure out what feels comfortable, and go from there. Shoes are so different from person to person, so that's why there's no universal perfect shoe. Some of my absolute favorite running shoes are the On Cloud Surfer, Brooks Hyperion Max 2, and the Saucony Triumph 21. Now these are all very supportive, very cushioned shoes, so that's why I personally love them. If you love cushioned shoes like that, then those also might be great shoes for you. I have a lot of shoe reviews on my YouTube channel, so feel free to go watch those if you want to know my thoughts on some of the shoes that I have tried. And comment below what shoes you like to wear, because I am always open to new suggestions and I love hearing what you guys like on your runs. Don't forget to subscribe for more running videos, running tips, running vlogs, gluten-free recipes, all that fun stuff. Thank you guys so much for your support. I'll see you next time. Go crush your run. Sorry if I was looking up the whole time. I just realized the viewfinder on my new camera is like up there and the lens is like right there. I love my new camera. Oh my gosh. Such worth the investment. Love you guys.